Well, let's see. It still shows scheduled for me, and usually there's a countdown timer.
And they see mine. Well, what mine actually says is to end it. Oh yeah, no, see, I've got the live.
Okay, good.
Well, if you're just joining us, we're having little technical issues here. Mine was saying live, hers wasn't saying live. We
I
couldn't.
got to adjust my antenna.
Yeah, your antenna were the wrong way.
That's it.
We were talking about the first time that we had Midnight Margaritas and how it did not go live, and everybody had to pull out of the studio and start it over again. But we didn't pay it any attention, and it was 20 minutes in before we started getting messages from people. So we had already finished our first drink and started on our second one. So we were, as I recall, we started before the shows.
Uh-oh. Oh, there, the stream is live. I just got the message.
You just got it?
I just got it. And there's the countdown clock.
I didn't even notify myself.
Oh, shoot.
So I don't know. I didn't get a notification.
Okay. Well, it says live now in the corner, and it's doing the countdown. So, or not countdown, the timer. Well, yeah, the counter.
Okay. Well, if you guys are out there, please say hello if you have access to a keyboard, because we had some technical issues getting going today. It's the ghosts and goblins.
They're messing with us.
They are. So I'll say again, welcome to my guest, Bree Chia. Bree has been kind enough to come on to do a Halloween sale with me, since Miss Tammy is out and about with the gang, running around.
They even caught up to Pama Bama.
Oh, there's Joan. Joan says hello. I just got Jones.
Yay.
So yeah, at least one person can hear. I know, I saw the picture. How sweet.
Have you met Pama Bama yet?
No.
I've been lucky. I've hung out with her, I think, 3 times now. And she is tiny. She is tiny. I call her fun size.
Oh, my mom was like that. My mom and one of my children, but my mom was like barely 5'2".
I don't think Pam is even that.
Do you remember our vagabond, Debbie?
Yes, Debbie.
Did you?
Yeah, I've hung out with her.
She's a little tiny too.
Pam is tinier.
Really tinier than Debbie?
Yep.
Wow, that's tiny. That's munchkin size. That's
why it says she's fun size.
She is. Hello, George. George Carrasco has joined. Bree does not have access to a chat on her device, so she's not ignoring you. She just can't see you.
I can't. No typing.
So I will be monitoring the chat for her, and when we have a sale in a little bit, then I will let her know all that good stuff. So Bree does most of her stuff on Whatnot these days. Tell us how it is on Whatnot, Bree.
It is great. I was one of the first ones to go over when they created the vintage category, and I'm having so much fun with it. They continue to improve it, because if people went over in the beginning, it was like everything else, you know, the growing pains. But it's been a lot of fun. And then this summer, on our way to Misty's pop-up, I stopped and saw some of my Whatnot friends. So just like I have YouTube friends, I now have Whatnot friends. So we caught up to one in Athens, Georgia, and then we spent 4th of July in Pella, Iowa, with Meg and her family. And so, yeah, it's cool. A nice community.
It's like having, like you have your husband's family, and then you have your family. So you have 2 different families. Sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't.
Exactly.
I am so intimidated by Whatnot, so I just really admire you for being able to do that. It seems so so busy, doing all this keyboard stuff to make that thing show, and then timing it and who wins and the way.
Well, I've mentored a lot of people, including some YouTubers that have come over, and they're doing great. They're doing better than me, but they schedule more shows than I do. So yeah, and if anybody's interested, just send me a message. I'll help you out.
I may have to get you to do that, because I am very intrigued by the idea of jammies from the waist up and my hair up in a bun. We'll have the first all nude whatnot sale. That'll be our tagline. All nude whatnot.
If your first and only show, then you get banned.
That's the thing. All you're gonna see are my hands. I'll wear my nails. All right, so that won't be totally nude then, because I'll be wearing nails.
Oh, there you go.
One of those little dainty hostess aprons.
G would appreciate that.
I'm gonna have to wait till he's out of town to do that.
Oh, shoot.
Because he'll be in here helping me. Oh, it'll be terrible. It'll be terrible. So you like it and you're doing good.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. How can people find you on Whatnot? Are you Brigia?
No. I started out as Brigia, but everybody was mispronouncing it so badly that I was trying to figure out what to do. And I can't show you right now, but I went into my favorite thrift store here in Kingman, Arizona, and they had this beautiful wooden painted sign that said "Go Vintage." And I bought it and I said, okay, how about Go Vintage with Brie? Which is funny because isn't G's name Go Vintage on what? On YouTube?
On YouTube, yeah. Go Vintage.
So I changed everything to Go Vintage with Brie. So my Instagram and my Whatnot and my eBay, they're all Go Vintage with Brie now.
I've seen that sign. That's a really pretty sign. I can see why it inspired you.
Yeah. And I couldn't believe it. This thrift store in Kingman, I tell people, we're this tiny little town. We're only 33,000 people. And we get the best stuff. I am never without inventory. And there's months that I go one time and then I can't go anymore because I have a rule. It has to fit in my office or, I have to stop shopping.
Oh, so you don't buy like a trailer to put?
No.
Not like a 30-foot.
We were just talking about space, weren't we?
Covered trailer, out there that's just full.
No.
But in my defense, I do store other personal things out there as well.
Well, and you have all your fabrics too.
See, I can't even use this whole room. This room is like, let's see, that's 16. I think it's 20 by 24. Something like that. 20 by 24 is what my studio is. It's big. But only half of it, well, you see these shelves that are right to my left. I have the shelves behind me. They go over about another, I'm trying to see what I can see, another 6 or 8 inches. And then I have another shelf coming perpendicular.
That's right. Yes.
And then on the other side of that is all the sewing stuff. So, I only have half of it or a little less to do this in. And the rest of it is sewing. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves of fabric over there and a giant cutting table that has shelves underneath it. And then I have the big sewing table and
see, that's
and there's a closet at the end of the room too.
Nice.
It's about 4 foot wide and the whole width of or 4 foot deep and the whole width of the building. And it's full of this stuff. It's got my Halloween decorations and my Christmas decorations and, things like that I pull out for the holidays when I holiday decorate. But sadly, I couldn't find my personal Halloween decorations yet because there was something in there I was going to get out. What was it? I can't remember. I was gonna look and see if there was anything in it that I wanted to get rid of, and I couldn't find mine. Desert Gal Curios.
That's Kim.
Finally able to chat long 10 minutes. Yes, I have the subscriber, and thank you for subscribing, as 10 minutes because I want to, we have had some times where none of us could even get the bots zapped off out of the chat because they would come back so quickly and with a new name. So, 15 and 20 minutes, that's way too long. But I just feel like the 5 minutes, she says, hi, Bree. I felt like the 5 minutes did not deter the bots and idiots, well enough. So.
Yeah, it's so much better than it was back in the day on YouTube when we didn't have that at all. And I was modding for everybody, and as fast as you could delete something, they'd pop up again. Oh, it was awful, just awful.
Yeah, we call it the troll patrol.
Yep.
And pew pew pew. So knock on wood, we find some particle wood count. I guess it does.
Yes.
We don't get any because I don't have any mods in here right now. I'd have to do it myself.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Karen Williams.
Well, Desert Gal Curios is a wonderful mod. She is so patient. She has followed me to every platform, and she's my mod everywhere. So if something happens, you can always mod her.
Yeah, I'd been here going, okay, wait, mod, see, and you can't mod through YouTube. You have to mod through your phone.
Right.
And the last week we was doing this. Who was it? It was Karen. Karen Williams was like, I can't believe I'm not a moderator on your channel. What do you mean I'm not a moderator on your channel?
Uh-oh.
I hadn't been in there and set up mods on YouTube since practically about the time that I set up my YouTube channel. I didn't know Karen Williams then. So, that's my defense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. So, Desert Gal, would you like to be a mod today? Let me see if I can do it.
You like how I offered her up?
I know. Look at you.
Kim's awesome. And we're only 3 hours apart, so sometimes we get to see each other.
So, Desert Gal is Kim?
Yes.
Okay. Kim, the next time you speak, you will be blue. You will be our official troll patrol for the day. And you will be able to knock out any of the bad seeds that may come along.
Uh-oh, she might knock me out.
She may not. She may be like, I'm leaving. That's it. I can't mod not one more channel. How dare you? And be out of here.
She might.
So is it very hot over there today?
Not as hot as Phoenix and Tucson, but we're over 100 today. So.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, you can see it. I've got the fan on me.
Well, you can hear my air conditioner running, I'm sure.
I don't hear anything.
It's straight over there. In fact, I had to turn it down. The rest of the room is too warm. If I was working, I wouldn't be able to handle it. But I am right in front of it, about 10 feet away, and it's blowing straight on me. So I have to make it not as cold. 93. We are 93 today. So we're cooler than you are.
Everybody is, except at one point, LA was hotter than us, so that was interesting.
Well, we were hot last summer, dang it. It was terrible.
Not so bad this year?
No, it was terrible. We had a horrible heat wave. We had weeks and weeks over 100.
Well, that was us this year. That was us this year.
Mm-hmm. Got it this year then. I mean, we couldn't even get the tomatoes to grow.
Oh,
it was.
They said no way.
That's what they said. They would make a nice, beautiful flower bud, and he ended up growing a tomato tree. It was about 8 foot tall. I kid you not. and it would put out these beautiful blooms, and then the bloom would just shrivel up, and never even tried to make a tomato. It just hated the heat. It was awful. It was awful. So I see we have 8 people in here now. So if you're just joining us, if you don't know Brigia, you should. She usually sells on Whatnot, and she's here filling in for Tammy today.
And I'm hoping that you guys all stop in Kingman. Even if you just stop for gas, I'll run to the gas station and give you guys a hug on your way to go see Margot, because you have to go through Kingman. And I'm right here. So, give me a half-hour notice. I'll run to the gas station, give you guys all a hug. And
well, hopefully we can time it for more than a gas station hug.
That'd be good.
Maybe we can go in the gas station and get a hot dog or something.
There you go.
Or one of those rotisserie weenies.
Hey, we have so many good restaurants here in Kingman. We'll find someplace, one of the diners or
any Mexican food.
Of course,
because that's all my husband ever wants to eat.
Really?
We have this rule when we travel. Because see, when we travel, we usually share meals. 1, it's cheaper, and 2, we're just not as hungry when we're driving, stuff like that. So. One night he gets to choose where we eat, and then the next night I get to choose where we eat. So one night we have Mexican food, one night we don't. And it's not that I don't like Mexican food. Good Mexican food is great. It's just that my idea of good Mexican food and his idea of good Mexican food are 2 different things, especially since he just lives on cheese enchiladas and he's happy with them. Although we have kidded him for so many years about he has broke off into the nacho world. So you never know. He might throw a nacho up at you. He is branching out. So he's trying. Is your husband like that? Does he have like the one thing that he wants to eat over and over?
No, he likes variety. So. And he's the main cook. He's the one that cooks dinner.
Oh, he works all day.
But then he gets to go to the grocery store and he picks out whatever, and I'm happy with anything. So yep. He's used to it.
Dang. Dave cooks too. Dave does the grocery shopping and cooks, and your husband does the grocery shopping and cooks. I'll be glad when mine is officially retired and isn't out working in the shop. And then I'm going to make him grocery shop and cook.
Okay. I hope that works out, because not all the guys can do it. And it's funny because we were just talking about how long we've been married. Just the last year, he's gotten a little picky. Like I'll say, I'm going to make this for dinner. And he makes a face. And he's never done that. Never done that. That's not what he's in the mood for. So that's why currently it works for us, because he knows what he bought at the store. He knows what he's craving that particular night. Okay, so he cooks it and we eat, because I don't care.
Well, mine doesn't. I mean, like if I'm going to run to the grocery store for something to eat for dinner, I'll go, anything you want special for dinner? No, whatever. And then whatever I give him, he eats, or he doesn't eat, But he never makes a face, and he'll always eat. I might take it back. He eats it, and I'll ask him how it was, and he'll say, "Well, it wasn't my favorite, but it was fine." That's the worst criticism that he dares to give to somebody who's willing to put food in front of his face.
Yeah.
Look, Kim's hubby cooks. My hubby
Bob. Oh, and talking about Mexican food, I'm waiting for. Oh, are you going to sneeze? I was going to bless you.
I held it back.
Yeah, Bob. At the holidays, he's making tamales, and he's got a whole repertoire that he does. But I have yet to partake, so I might have to make sure I make it over there. November, December. Hey, you might be able to stop. on your way through.
You know, I usually we always have Mexican food at Christmas, but we
Yep.
get it from Papa Cita's. We order takeout for Christmas because I usually have cooked at Thanksgiving, so I refuse to
Right.
cook at Christmas.
Well, they say that's when they sell the most Chinese food is Christmas Day, because that's the only place that's open.
Yeah, well, we get our Papa Cita's on Christmas Eve because they're open on Christmas Eve until like the middle of the afternoon. So we go and get it then, and then we have as the kids got older, they decided they wanted to celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. They didn't want to wait till the next day, so we have a dinner, and then we open presents, and we get up the next morning. We have a nice breakfast, and we have leftovers, and
Nice.
I always have to watch the oh darn it, the midwives that do the Christmas show in Britain. Call the Midwife. Have you ever
I've never watched that.
You should check that out.
Okay.
Call the Midwife always has a Christmas special on Christmas Day every year. And so it's always like, I make my pot of tea and my little plate of goodies, and I drink tea and watch.
Wait, where's the pinky?
Tim says Christmas Day is tamale and refries in our house. Christmas Eve is steaks and fixins. Oh, see now that would work. Except we don't want to have to cook the tamales. So I had a friend from Colombia who used to bring us tamales for New Year's because she said that was what they did. You gave tamales to the people you cared about for New Year's. It was supposed to be good luck.
Well, in the Mexican culture, it's menudo. You're supposed to have menudo on New Year's Day
Oh,
for good luck.
Don't bring me no menudo. I don't like I don't like menudo. My son-in-law probably likes. I know he does. Was it menudo? What is it he usually gets when we go? I know he gets one of the soups.
Or albondigas.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. He's over there eating soup with a big old shank bone in it or something, and
Oh,
potato.
pozol. That's pozol.
Okay. Yeah, he likes that. He likes that. Kim likes white menudo, and Bob gets all my tripe. Ugh. See, that's the part. It's the tripe. You're grossing me out talking about it.
Okay, change the subject.
Yeah.
So I got to meet Martha and G. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. We were doing our Midwest road trip, and we ended up in Oklahoma City on the same night. So we met and had dinner together.
We did. It was very nice. You had a load. Your truck was loaded down. I thought my what was I in then? I don't know. I thought whatever I was in had a lot of stuff in it, but yours was loaded.
Well, that was all Barry stuff. I only get the back seat of the truck, but he gets the whole bed. So yeah.
Car parts do take up a lot more space.
They do. And they bring more money, so I can't complain.
This is true. So you do eBay too?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you do well on eBay?
Yes. Yeah.
What is your best sell that you've had on?
Gosh, now you're going to make me hurt my head.
Don't hurt your
my
head.
Best sale recently, my best sale was there's a thrift store in the next town over in Bullhead City.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw these little pieces and I thought that they were herond. I learned about herond pottery from Jeffrey, but it was actually Andrea by Sadek. We all see Andrea by Sadek. And it was these little seashells, and they were just like table decorations, but they had 5 of the different seashells and they all went together. And I think I paid $8 maybe for all the pieces, and I sold it for $80, over $80. So that was what I can think of, the most recent, the
Wow.
best turnaround. And then I just last night sold one of my Navajo wedding vases for I think
So
$70, and I didn't pay that much for it.
I love those things. They're gorgeous.
They are. Yep.
Well, when I first started, I had found a set of Culver Christmas glasses that had the gold Christmas trees on them. And I sold them for like, it was $68 or $72, something like that, for a set of 6.
Mhm.
And I was, oh man, I was so happy, And then just a couple of months ago, when we went on our spring to the antique alley and 80s, the big sales that we have, I found this little jewelry box, a little trinket box, and it looked like it was not Bakelite, that other stuff, not celluloid, not Bakelite, but
Lucite?
no,
Oh,
it's
God.
one of those plastics, and I can't remember what it's called. Hi, Debs. Debs is here. And so I bought it. I paid, I don't know, maybe $5 for it, and I stuck it over on the shelf. And I got to looking it up, and one on eBay had sold for like $425. So I'm like, I don't believe them. I think that was a scam. So I let it sit on the shelf, and Tammy goes, girl, you need to list that. So I listed it, and within 2 hours, someone had sent me an offer for $150. Now, I
Wow.
listed it for $475. And so someone sent me an offer for $150, and then someone else sent me, it was called Catalan. It was when they first started, and maybe it's the Bakelite. It's when they first started figuring out how to make it multicolored,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really beautiful. And it had like a dice looking thing on the top of it. It was octagon shaped. It was green and brown. It was very, very beautiful. Someone sent me a message about it, and then I heard ching, and I looked down, and somebody bought it for $475.
Oh my gosh.
My heart dropped out of my chest when they did that. I could not believe it. I kept waiting for the cancel. I
And
was sure they were going to cancel. And they did not. They did not.
yay.
I wrapped it up. I added extra insurance. I added the you must sign for this package, They got it. They told me, they gave me a great review. They messaged me, said it was beautiful, and said if I found any more items made out of that, to please let them know they would buy them.
Wow.
Danged if I can find anything else.
You'll have to send me a picture of it.
It was a fluke, man. I'll never see that thing again or anything like it. It was
But
So
see, that's what we live for on eBay. And I love that ka-ching. I don't have any notifications turned on except that, because I love sitting there and hearing ka-ching.
I know, it's the best sound. My son has started, and his my daughter-in-law, they both sell on eBay, and my son was at work, and he was telling the guy, yeah, I sell on eBay, and the guy goes, really? And when my son was standing there talking to him about it, it went ching. He goes, see, I just sold something. So, well, gosh, it's 3:33.
Uh-oh.
Maybe
Should we make a wish?
Maybe, yeah. You know what?
Is that good luck?
I don't know. I
Knock
think
on wood.
numbers are, 3 is supposed to be a special number.
Yeah.
So, 3.
That was my godmother's lucky number.
Was it really? Did it do anything for her?
Well, she lived to 110. She lived in Tucson her entire life.
Dang. Well, she was probably, dried. and
He was
preserved.
preserved, yes. And all her siblings lived to at least 100. So, yeah, she was amazing. Such a good attitude. So much fun.
Like grammar, like Tammy's grandma.
Mhm.
She's 104, and she's like that. I got to go and meet her one time on it. Tammy and Dave
Oh,
with them up there to. Tammy's like, "Come on, you want to go meet Grammar?" 'Cause G was out on the road, and I'm like, "Grammar doesn't want to meet me. Why would no? Grammar will love you. Come on, come with us." And she did. Grammar is great. She's got the best sense of humor, and she's like, she's there. You think of someone being 104, and you think, well, bless their heart. Not Grammar. Grammar look at you and go, bless your heart, because she's witty. She's witty. Okay, so we are here. We had a lovely chat, and we're going to have a sale. So, would you like to tell us how you handle your sales, Bree? Where you're shipping from and how you handle your invoices and things like that?
well, I think it's just like everybody else on YouTube. I am shipping from Kingman, Arizona, which is way up in the northwest corner where California, Nevada, and Arizona all meet. So our mail every night gets trucked up to Las Vegas because that's the closest hub for us. We're only an hour and a half south of Las Vegas. So when you get the packages, it's going to say Las Vegas on the stamp, but it's really coming from Kingman. Yeah. But my oldest daughter, who stayed in California, said, "How come you keep going to Las Vegas?" I said, "What are you talking about? Every time you ship me something is from Las Vegas." I said, "Not me, the package." So, and then I use PayPal. I'll send invoices out. So my email is down here on the bottom. And if you purchase something today, just send me an email with your name, address, your PayPal email. And as soon as I get everything together, I will send out the invoice. So everything should ship this week.
Sounds good. And I am shipping from South Texas in the Houston area. So my packages will probably say Houston because I'm right outside. And unfortunately, Bree and I cannot combine shipping because we're just not close enough together like Tammy and I usually do. So they're going to be separate. I use PayPal, and I'll send you, if I have your information already, you've bought from me, you don't have to worry about it. I'll have it. I'll get everything boxed up, and I'll send you your invoices like usual. And if you're new, then I would appreciate if you would send your, your information. You buy from other people, you know what to send me to A Vintage Conversation. Now make sure you put the A with it because there's some vintage conversation out there that I know that poor person gets some of my emails. So it's got to have an A Vintage Conversation in front of it. I don't know. I didn't want to do Vintage Conversation 1 or anything like that. So I did A Vintage. Anyway, so send it there. And I will box up your stuff and send you your invoice. And as soon as you get paid, as soon as you get paid, you can pay me.
There you go. Hey, it is the first.
As soon as I get paid, then your packages will go out usually the following day. Because my mailman, which is my husband, goes out in the mornings and takes everything to the post office for me. So
Nice.
unless my daughter-in-law needs to go later in the day, then that happens. So, but now, like I said before, Bree cannot see the chat, so I will be watching the chat for her, and I will be handling any auction style items that she may have, any offers or whatever that she's got going. So, okay, and we're going to do one a piece. So
You go first.
You're going first. You're the guest.
Okay.
If you want me to go first, I can. But I mean, usually I make Tammy and I take turns actually. So
Sing.
let me figure out how to get us to the right one. Let's see. That's not it. I want, can't do that one. Hold on, I'll get that. Yep, that's the one. There we
There we
go.
go.
That's it. Okay.
Okay, so my first item is starting at $15. And it is this Menon. You guys remember Menon Skin Bracer? They put out this hand bottle. There you can see it's Skin Bracer Aftershave. And this thing is the size of a man's hand. It's bigger than my hand. Trying to show. Yeah, it's bigger than my hand. So it's the size of a man's hand. It's 8.5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. But I thought this would be so fun for Halloween. You could drape spiders and spider webs over it. You can fill it with maybe like a red liquid and have a bloody hand. You guys are more creative than I am.
Ooh, you could make the palm, the lines, like a palm reading gypsy kind of
yeah. That's a good idea.
Stick a candle in it and make it look like a candle.
And have it drip down. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I bet it smells good in there.
I don't know. I think it's been empty for
really
a long time. Oh no, there is a faint smell. Ah. So that is my first item.
I like it. So does it have a price or a number?
Oh yeah. Well, I was starting it at 15.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I think you walked away right when I said it.
Oh, my apologies. Okay.
No worries.
All right, let me put that in there just so we have it.
Okay.
So in case you have to look back. Oh my gosh, I'm a terrible hostess.
No.
Okay, there we go. There it is. Okay.
So yeah, it's 8.5 by 4.
That is so cool. You can tell people, hey, let me give you a hand.
Yeah, give me a hand, literally. Yeah, it's bigger than my hand. So that's my first item.
Okie dokie. So we'll put that in there. And we'll take that off. Where'd that go? That's not supposed to be there. All right. Okay. Let us switch places.
Yes.
You sit over here now and I'll sit over there.
Okay.
All right. For your decorating pleasure, I have 2 purple bottles. My stop didn't go through. And I
saw it.
Did you?
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be on here too, and it didn't.
Oh.
My I don't know, maybe my laptop's weird. There. Okay, it's on there. All right. So I have 2 of these purple bottles. Be perfect for your displays, like for your poison displays. This first one is a ball. It's a ball and claw bitters bottle. So it's actually, got a name on it, not just a bottle. And if you look, it looks like a claw holding onto a ball. Kim says, gotta run to an appointment. Hope to pop back in later.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kim. So yeah, it looks like a claw holding a ball.
There's some tables that have that at the bottom.
There is, and they're very lovely antique tables. And it even has markings on the bottom. And then the other one is just a hipped bottle, also in the same pretty purple. And this is my inventory number, so you'll have to forgive that. It's got the last little bit of some sort of foil sticker on it, whatever it was. So they weren't just, just throwaway bottles. And they are basically 6 inches tall. So for the pair of poison bottles for your decorating pleasure, it's going to be $10 and it's letter D. Letter D. Hello, Renee Apple Martini.
Apple.
She says, hi, Martha. Good afternoon, chat. So $10, letter D for the poison bottles. And we'll bring Miss Bree back over.
Okay, so my next one, I made 3 of these. I'm not as creative as Martha, but I can put things together and I know how to use glue. So that's what I did here. But I went into the $1.25 store and they had these little boxes, but they look like books. This one says Oracle of the Ancients Tarot. And so I thought that would be fun to upcycle. So what I did was I put a vintage photo on the inside. I gave her some potions and she's got a quartz stone there. And then stickers. So some of these pictures I actually bought.
That's cute.
I want it to go away. From some other resellers here on YouTube. But I added the stickers. And so my story is she's making potions in there. And then there's the front of the book. So it's like a little diorama. And I'm asking just $8. $8, number 6. $8, number 6 for my little witchy poo friend. I forgot to put the measurements. Oh, here it is. So the box stands. It's just 6 inches tall. So 6 inches tall by 4 inches.
And Debs would like number 6, please.
Oh, thank you, Deb. Okay, I see it there, Debs. Hello, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Be sure to send me your info.
My next item is made in Taiwan. And it is 1987. It's the Booz Brothers ceramic ghost and his little pumpkin friend. He is a Tipley ghost, in my opinion. It looks like he's gotten into the sherry. He's got a lovely shine on him. I think he's got a little bit of paint loss right there. Let's get that straight. Yeah, right there on his hat. Everywhere else, he's looking good and looking happy. He is, Deb says, thank you, it's awesome. He is 3 inches tall and he is almost 4 inches wide. And he is going to be $8 and he is letter A. $8, letter A. For the 1987 Booz Brothers ceramic ghost in pumpkin. Reminds you of Scott. Apple Martini says it reminds her of Scott and Vinny.
Well, Vinny's the tall one.
I don't know, but this reminds me of Scott. I may have them backwards, but maybe Vinny's sitting down. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vinny's like 6'4" or 6'5", so.
Yeah, I've spent time with him. We shared.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's gone down to what's that? What's that market? Round Top. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Cool. Yeah, I have yet to meet Vinny in person.
He's so sweet. You will love him.
So next up, I have this little hitchhiking ghost. I have a couple things I didn't make, but this guy's new with tags, and it's the mini, snow globe. You can see the little hitchhiking ghost is in there. It still has its tag from the Haunted Mansion. It stands 2.5 inches tall by 2 inches wide. Trying to get my fingers out of the picture. And then instead of snow, it looks more like autumn leaves. There's the back. So he's trying to hitch a ride to your house. And I'm asking $7. $7, number 4. $7, number 4.
Those Haunted Mansion things are quite collectible.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been to Disneyland since, oh my gosh, before 2020. We were waiting for the excitement of the Star Wars area to die down, and then Disneyland closed, and we haven't scheduled another trip, but we are due.
You've got me beat. I haven't been to Disney World since 1976. So
Wow, that's when it opened.
I rode Space Mountain when it was new. Alrighty, I have a little pair of pretty old, scary little red guys. Now, the only thing I could find on these two little guys, they remind me of Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Oh yeah.
Old children's toys. I believe they're celluloid, but I don't know. I can't say. One has a little bit more shine left on him than the other. This one is a little more dull than this one. They measure 5.5 inches. They have no markings on them. They have black dot eyes.
Ooh.
And there's actually quite a few, well, not quite a few, but there are several of these, this same size, the same material. There's these I don't see very often. I see another one that is a workman. He wears a belt around his waist. There is a Santa Claus, and then there's something else. I can't remember what it was. So there's a little collection of them that they put out at some point. But I just think they're very, very evil looking because they're red with the black eyes. So I think they would work well in a Christmas display or perhaps some sort of craft. So these guys are going to be $8 for the pair. $8 letter J. $8 letter J.
All righty. So the next thing I have is a little crafting. It's a little gray ceramic pot. Let's see. I'm trying to get my fingers out of the picture, so let me use my visual aid. There we go. So it's a little gray ceramic pot, and it has the flowers. And then the main thing there is the pumpkin. And I forgot to measure this too. What the heck was I doing all morning?
We were talking.
Maybe that was it. So let's see. If we go all the way up to the very top leaf, that is 9 inches. The pot itself is about 4 inches by 4 inches wide. So it's a little round pot. It has the flowers. It has the pumpkin. So not just for Halloween, it can be for the fall. And I'm asking $6. $6, number 3. $6, number 3.
I like that little crock that it sits in.
Isn't that cute? Yeah, there's no marking on it.
I like it. I like it. Okay, I have another little item for Halloween display. It is a very old vintage toy. It is one of those cardboard toys. Remember when we were young? Of course, I think this is older than when I was young. And our parents would buy us those cheap little games and that sort of thing to keep us, occupied. Good Christmas gifts and things like that. Well, I just think this guy looks like he'd make a good Halloween display. Him and his Twirlo game.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a very simple game. You can see you would spin the dial, and all the beads would start in the center, and then as you landed on colors, you would start earning beads. And if all the beads were gone and you landed on the red, then you would get one of your opponent's beads. And you played that way until all the beads were gone out of the center. And then each bead represented a price, and the one who had the most would win. And he is unmarked.
That is cool. I like that.
Too. I thought so too. Very old and very neat. And I've had it displayed for Halloween many times on my shelf. He makes a good, you got to have vertical things, not just,
or just in a game room.
Levels. Yeah, in a game room it would work too. You could frame it and hang it, just remove the glass and then it would sit right in there, because it looks like it's about like it is just under 9 inches and a little over 7. So it's kind of an odd size. But it's going to be $5 and it's letter O. $5 letter O for the vintage Twirlo game.
I like that.
I thought it was nice.
So my next one is choice. Back to my amateur crafting. Oops. So the choices are, maybe if I face them towards the camera. So I use these vintage little jelly jars.
Oh, look at that.
And I'm calling her Madame Leota. There is a little ceramic bust, and I can take it out. I should take it out so you can see. Let me do that.
Like from the haunted house, in case anybody, Disney,
yes,
if anybody doesn't.
We're back to the haunted house. So I gave her some netting just to, give her the kind of creep factor there. But this is what's inside.
Oh.
So I found this little porcelain doll head, and I just put her in to the jar. So this is a choice between, I'm calling her Madame Leota. So it's a choice between her or the creepy eyeballs. I gave them a little background of some spooky pumpkins. It was a little like card that you would use for crafting. So that's in the background, some of the black netting that's supposed to look like spider webs, and then the 2 green eyeballs, and then the top has the skeleton hands. Now,
do those eyeballs glow? Because they look like they'll glow in the dark.
I think they do. I kept meaning to test it.
Creepy.
But I was telling Martha that my office space where I sell out of is in a mobile home that came with the shop where my husband does all his car stuff. And we live about a mile down the road. So I'm never here at night, and I kept meaning to test it, and I didn't. But yeah, they're just creepy enough for Halloween. So this is a choice, either Madame Leota or the eyeballs. $6. $6 number 2. $6 number 2, your choice.
Good value.
Or you can have both.
Yeah. A pair.
Might as well. They go together.
Yeah. They look cute. Well, if your kids weren't too small, they would look cute in a kid's room.
Oh,
You don't want to creep out your kids too young because there's
no.
consequences for that later on in life.
No, I prefer to creep them out now that they're older.
Yeah, yeah. Before you break them. Okay, let's see. I have a choice. No, that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, we're going to start these at $8 choice. And they're books. So you get a choice of books, and therefore, of course, decorating for Halloween. This one is The Cat Whose Whiskers Slipped. These are beautiful books. Bright orange with the black graphics. I mean, that right there screams Halloween. Decent condition. And, oops, is this the one? That was the other one. And the illustrations inside this book are so lovely. Where is my page? I should have wrote it down for you instead of having to read it. It is 1938. Yes, 1938. So it's got, like I said, it's got beautiful graphics in it. If you wanted to take it apart, that's totally up to you. Use the inside pages for one thing and then keep the spine and binding for something else. But it's beautiful. It will display very well for Halloween. And if you look all three of these books up, if you look them up on eBay in their sold prices, I can't remember which one that is. I think this one and the other one of them has sold for as much as $60.
Wow.
I know. And then the next one is the Maggie Muggins Bedtime Stories. And this is actually part of a series. There was I think 3 or 4 of these books that they did. And it also has beautiful graphics inside of it. Front and back pages. These are all done in orange and black. So beautiful bedtime stories. And the date on this one is, and again, I apologize, I should have had this written down. This one is 1959. I think this was the one that had the least price on eBay. So nice linen covers on this one. This one feels like a linen. This one feels like a linen cover as well. And I think this one was the one that was the most expensive one. The Chatterlings in Wordland. Isn't that guy just precious? Wait till you see the inside of this book. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't it fabulous?
That is cool.
And it's like that on the back too. It's great. It's beautiful inside, and once again full of lovely illustrations throughout the book. And this is another old one. Let me see. I know it's a very fun print, isn't it? So great for decorating. This one is 1935. So this is the oldest. 1935 on this one. And this one is this one is a red and black. And then you've got an orange and red. And then you've got the orange and black. So they're good for shelves this way, or displaying behind other things for in Halloween scenes. Okay. I don't see any interest in it today, so we will move on to Miss Bree.
Okay. I'm excited about these. I just got these in last week and I've never shown them to anyone. So you guys are the first to see these. But if you like the glass slippers, I got these just in time for this Halloween show. Let me show one at a time. So this one is called the Victorian Rose. But doesn't that look like a witch's shoe? It has the little turn here on the toe, the fancy edges all around. Oops, trying to stay on camera. There's no markings on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So are you back? Running this as an auction
All
for
righty.
toys starting at 18. You guys are the first to see these. So this is the Victorian Rose Amber Glass Witch's Shoe. And it is 6 inches long by 3 inches tall. That is one choice. And then the other choice is the Fenton Amber Hobnail, the one with the cat sticking out of the front. So I thought that was appropriate for Halloween too. So you have the little cat sticking out of the boot. There's the bottom. So it is your choice between the witch's shoe or the cat. Or you can have both.
I like them. I have Fenton shoes. I love them.
And this is the time for amber. So even though I love amber year round, but I thought these were cute for Halloween too.
I don't see any interest at this
No
time.
worries. And like you said before, anybody who's watching this afterwards in the replay, our emails are right there. So you can always email me.
And you can leave a message in the below this video after it posts. And we will, if it's for Bree, if you don't email her, I will contact her, and yeah, you can just leave it in the post.
Thank you.
See you. We'll see you. I'm getting ring-a-ding here.
Oh, no ka-chings? A ka-ching would be nice.
It would. Hold on, I gotta answer this.
Okay.
You know, you can't turn everything off.
No.
So, all right. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Is that the right way? Yeah, 5 of these jack-o'-lantern boo placemats. I mean, now you can hang them on the wall. They are the I didn't make them. I bought them. I'm assuming they are the plastic for the plastic cross stitch, and probably came in a kit. So you can have boo or you can have oob, whichever floats your boat. They measure, let's see, they're more than 12 inches wide because my ruler's 12. They're about 13 by, 13, isn't that's about right. 13 by 10 and a half. And 1, 2, I'm going to get them all saying boo, not oob. 3, nice bright orange. 4 and 5. 5 of the placemats Very, very good condition. They look lovely. You can hang, like I said, you can hang them on the wall. You can hang them in your window. You can put them on your table, and the kids and grandkids will love it. Beautiful, vibrant color. Dark green stem, yellow and black. And for the 5 of them, whoo! When I look at my white paper after looking at this orange, it makes my white paper look kind of cream colored. Everything is cream colored. That is so weird.
Wow.
You know, it's like looking at that bright green paper, how it can mess with your eyes. The Boo placemats, 5 of them are going to be $10. $10 letter B. $10 letter B. Yes, someone did a great job with these, Apple. You're right. And it took them a while too. $10 letter B on the Boo placemats. If you are interested.
Nice. Well, this I found here in Kingman, my favorite little thrift store. And I upcycled it slightly, but there's room for someone else to even do more with it. It's a little bird cage with the bird up at the top. You'll be able to see it without me. And it had this hanging part in here. And while I was walking around the thrift store, I found this little pendulum. So I dropped this in here, matched them up. So I thought that kind of added a little something for Halloween.
That does.
But you can put a little tea light in there, or one of those. I probably use one of those fake lights, but that would fit right into this glass holder. I just put in some of those floral stones. Whoops. I filled it with the floral stones because I liked that it went with the color of the bird and the cage. But this would be fun for anybody to upcycle even further than I did. You can put spider webs and spiders or ivy around it. And, it measures 8 inches tall, 8 inches tall by 4 inches wide. And there you can see the little bird, the glass pendulum, and I'm asking $6. $6, number 1. $6, number 1.
Very cool.
Thank you. And that's my one.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I picked up what year? I don't know what year it is, but it is a Hallmark mug. It has a little ghosty handle and a jack-o'-lantern belly. It's in really cute condition. For some Halloween coffee, what better to have your pumpkin spice latte out of?
Ooh, there you go.
I mean, you got to have pumpkin spice out of the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern mug. And if you want to have someone at work that you'd like to give a gift to, something like this would be lovely with some, marshmallows and cocoa or pumpkin spice, coffee pods in it, something like that. Some black netting sticking up out of it, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Make it really cute. He measures just under 4 inches with the ghost. Yeah, the ghost is just over 4. Oh, look, the ghost has a bow tie on. I didn't notice that.
Oh, how cute.
Look at that face. That's a happy ghost. And he is going to be $5 letter E. $5 letter E for the jack-o'-lantern Hallmark mug. And you know what else would be cute? I couldn't find it. That's what I was looking for my Halloween stuff for. I wanted to get my Halloween bottle brush trees out because I thought that would look so cute in it. So $5 letter E.
All righty. So I have a straight claim, but it's a choice. So, first choice.
Thank you, Renee. I will do so. She wants me to send it to Randy L. Page.
Oh, that's sweet. So the first choice is this kind of a yellow amber colored bottle. I put a sticker on there that says sugar of lead. And I put some of the floral stones in the bottom. And then it has the purple and orange stalks coming out. And again, this is something that you can further upcycle. But I got you started here with a little bottle. I had a lot more, but I sold them. But I had taken vintage bottles and then got the stickers for different chemicals, like a mad scientist laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one that I still had. So this is the sugar of lead. Full height on this is 17 inches. So all the way to the tippy top is 17 inches by 2 inches wide.
Well,
So
you know,
that's
when
one choice.
scientist gets through with those, Mrs. Mad Scientist comes in and gets the bottles and decorates with them.
There you go. And then
Renee,
this is a mid-century.
idea.
I'm sorry.
Renee says, nice idea.
Oh. And then this is a mid-century modern vase. And again, I put a little sticker on it, Witch's Brew. I paired it with a little, this is foam, the foam tombstone, and then the foam crazy eyeballs sticking out of the back. And then I filled the top of this with black and white, again, those little floral marbles. And this stands 14 inches tall by 7 inches wide at the widest. So you have a choice of either the sugar of lead or Witch's Brew. I need another hand. And I'm asking just $6, number 7. $6, number 7.
If you pull out another hand, you got a hand there.
I might have another hand here. You never know.
She has another hand there, folks, and it can be bought. Oh, I liked those.
Thank
Very
you.
lovely. Okay, my next item is the head, just the head.
Oh.
The head of a vintage 1968 Charlie McCarthy ventriloquist dummy.
Oh, I saw that in your preview.
He has hung around on my shelves and he creeps my son out. I had him in the kitchen and my son was like, can we please move this to another room?
Oh.
He does not have his monocle. It took me a while to figure out who he was. You know, I kept like, who is he? Who is he? And then I noticed he had this place right here on his cheek. And I'm like, oh, and it's where his monocle goes.
Oh,
So
that makes sense.
McCarthy doll, yeah. And he is marked Juro Novelty Company Incorporated, copyright 1968. So I mean, when I went to eBay with them and started looking, and I saw a lot of the 1970s versions. I know that's so Margot. Now he would look good if you took him and put him in one of those big jars, just his head, and have the head in the jar.
There you go.
He'd have like a worm crawling out of his mouth or something like that. That would be cool. He's got his string, but I don't know how that works. It's still in there. I think it should be down here. And there may have been another part that, so I don't know. He is creepy. He's got teeth, okay? That's like a nightmare. He does look good for his age, considering, you know? He's got that helmet here, but there he is. He measures about 7 inches. He got beautiful brown eyes.
I think he winked at me.
He might have. Get my camera to focus on him. There we go. Beautiful brown eyes, no boogers, and teeth. And he is going to be $10 letter K. $10 letter K, the Charlie McCarthy head, 1968. Ah!
Too funny. Well, I have some more upcycled vintage photos. And this was inspired by Lorianne. So I have to show you this. This is a vintage photo. It's still in its frame. So when you get this, all you have to do is, you know, hook the easel together and it will stand by itself. Or you can just lean it. But I named this couple Clint and Mona. And my story is that he told her he was a chemist, but actually he just wanted to do experiments on her. So I added some creepy stickers there. Here's a bunch of different pharmacy, like prescriptions. She thought he was a pharmacist, but he was only pretending. Look at that forehead on him.
The same old story women have faced for centuries.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm doing this as a straight claim. I should tell you, it measures 9.5 inches. So the holder itself is 9.5 inches tall by 6.5 inches wide. And you can prop it up. Clint is my kind of guy. Who was that? I missed who said that.
Gina, Southern Siren,
Oh, Gina.
checking in from the ravages of Hurricane Helene.
Oh. So I'm asking just $8. $8, number 22. $8.22.
You know, if you don't have storage space, that will fold up and store away very well.
Exactly. Yep. So when you're done with it, put it in with your Halloween stuff. There you go.
Look, see, it's done. It's packed away.
Exactly.
That's a good deal. Oh, goodness, I was busy. Okay. My next item is that large red and black doily. This thing, it hasn't been starched. It's still soft. It's at least 26 inches across. Now, I can go and get it and bring it over here and show it to you if anybody is interested in it. Hello, Miss Margot, Vintage Peep Show a Go-Go.
We were talking about you.
We Beetlejuiced her.
We did.
Renee was saying this was so you, Margot. So anyway, I'm going to jump to the next. Oh, Lord, it's Margot. I'm going to jump to the next item. If any of you think that you might be interested in this big red and black doily, let me know, and I will bring it over here so that you can look at it. Otherwise, I'm going to look and see. Oh, yes. Now, I have the most beautiful vintage Nortaki candle holder. Now, let's see. She is a start, and she is starting at 22 because she is gorgeous, and she's worth it, darlings. She's worth every penny. It is a black and orange luster.
Wow.
2-handle candle holder. Now, my black flame candle is mechanical, so it wouldn't fit in here, so I had to use a gold one. But can you imagine how fabulous this piece would be with your black flame candle for your Halloween decoration? She is in wonderful, wonderful condition. She is so beautiful. So Art Deco. Look at that luster.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't it? And then it's very bright and beautiful on the top as well, with black around the edge. And then, of course, it is marked on the bottom with your Noritake stamp, the Morimura, I think that's how you say it. And what was its thing? This one is a made in Japan, so I believe that is a post-war piece. Don't get me to lie. But if there's no interest in it today, I will put it away. I will black flame it. I got to go and get me a regular black flame instead of my mechanical that I usually use. And we will move it over to Miss Bridget.
All right, I have another little diorama. So this one says Fortune Teller's Handbook. Fortune Teller's Handbook. And it has the side binding like a book. And you open it up. And I tried to do this one a little steampunk. So it's a combination of crafting papers, stickers. I added some pumpkins. You can see they are at the train station there, which Kingman is all about trains. We are a big train town, have a very nice train museum. And there they are having tea. So this is another diorama. I think this is slightly different size than the last one. Let's see. This one is 6.5 inches. No, I think it might be the same. By 4.5. So 6.5 by 4.5 for this Halloween diorama. I'm asking $8. Number 25. $8, number 25. And this also folds up for storage. I had a theme going.
That is so easy. It's the I don't have any place to store things theme.
Yep.
So those things are good whether you live in a large house or you live in a tiny home, which is, you know, what a lot of people are doing these days. So, and even if you live in a small home, you still want to do a little decorating. That's just the way it is. So my husband brought home a few Wizard of Oz collector's items, and I thought, you know, and then I looked them up and I was like, whoo, man, are you kidding me? So the first one, I've got 3 of them. The first one is this little trinket jewelry box. It is also a music box, and this one is We're Off to See the Wizard. And as you can see, it's sort of raised dimensional pictures all the way around of the trees. You can feel them. They're 3D. There's
the Wicked movie is coming out for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes, I saw that. It looked like it's going to be good. And then you have your cast on the top in the middle of the Yellow Brick Road. It's a little dusty. Sorry, I meant to come out here and toothbrush it off, but another appointment kept me from it. So let's see. Inside, it's in great condition. Green velvet, lines. Let's see. It plays very beautifully, and it is marked on the bottom with all of its information and its numbering. And these go for a penny or two, sold on eBay. I always try to find the sold listings of them. And so I'm going to be asking $25 for this musical trinket jewelry box. $25, letter C. $25, letter C. I do have a witch, so to speak.
Okay, so my next item is a vintage vanity jar. It's a clear glass jar. I love the little marble on the top. I thought that was different. And then I paired it with a pair of eyeballs. So I put in some of that black netting, the eyeballs, but after Halloween, you can still have a vintage dish. And let's see, the dish itself is, whoa, almost flew away. I forgot I had the fan on. It's 5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So, kind of like Mr. Potato Head, you might need some spare eyeballs. So I got you covered there. And so this set is $6. $6, number 23.
That's perfect for if you set up a little cauldron display and you have like the poison bottles and the little jars with eyeballs, and you can have little jars with spiders or fingers or things like that to put into the witch's brew in the cauldron.
Did you say cauldron? I'll have to show that next.
Oh, you have a cauldron. See, great minds think alike. Now, here is my version of the witch. I do not have her in a music box, but I have one of the more expensive items from these Wizard of Oz collections, and it is the green resin witch's head. If you can see, it's her profile with her hat, and inside there is the witch flying on her broomstick.
Wow.
And she's got her flying monkeys going along with her. There's her face.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that cool? Do it where there's no glare on it. Yeah, it's a beautiful emerald green, just like the like Oz itself, the Emerald City. The back has like a textured, brushed look to it, which to me is to give it the feeling of the sky and flying when you look at it, and not have it just be clear. You can even see her. Look at her face in there.
Wow.
She's got her arm up in the air. Her broomstick. Very cool. It measures I always turn my number stick up the wrong way. It is just over 8 inches tall and just over 7 inches wide. How much? How much? She is going to be, where is she? Oh, I forgot. She's a start, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. She started at 22. So she starts at 22. I got excited about her because I wasn't doing her next. She starts at 22. So if anyone is interested in her, I see Margot at 25. Margot is very serious. She loves the witch. Margot, if you get her and you ever decide to sell her, look her up because she's going. No, there's no. Let me see. She just gets that flat, milky, that it gets sometimes, so she doesn't glow. She's got a online. I kid you not. She's got some expensive neighbors, I should say. Okay, so we'll call it down. Let me see. Okay, check this out. What do you think? Isn't that cute?
That was cool.
Only got to use one.
I'm lucky if I can turn my phone on. I can't do fancy stuff.
What is the resale value so I can snipe it? Oh man, you missed it. The resale value is between $69 and $125.
Wow. Good get, Margot. Okay, you said cauldron, and it was funny because we just had the segue from the Wizard of Oz. And when I found this cauldron, I was thinking, are you a good witch or a bad witch? So, bad witches have the black cauldron. So maybe this is Glinda's cauldron. This is for the good witch. So if you'd like the succulent, I will include it. But I had this little succulent sitting in there. I don't know who makes this. It is milk glass. There you can see where the wire handle hooks into it. And you can have the handle up or down. Whoops. And I took it right off because I pushed it the wrong way. There we go. So it does move around. I'll leave it up for now. It is... Oh, and it has 3 little feet. That's what I'm like, it's not 3 feet tall. Why did I write 3 feet? Because it has 3 little feetsies. And like I said, I can send it with or without the succulent, your choice. It measures 6 inches tall, full height, and 5 inches wide. And I'm just doing a straight claim of $12. $12, number 15. And this is a milk glass. $12, number 15. Oops.
Hello, Mary. Mary has joined us.
Hi, Mary.
And yeah, in case you didn't see it, Renee, if I do find another one, I'll tell my husband to buy it if he sees it, and I'll let you know. So, all right, I have another of the music boxes. This one is the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and the music boxes are 1997. This one has a different base on it. As you can see, there's Dorothy and the Witch. I'm glad you do, Margot. And there's all the soldiers. I like, oh, ee-oh. Oh, I love them guys. And there's where they're climbing up to get to the witch's castle.
They were the original stormtroopers, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, so this, I don't understand why this doesn't play Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. You know, maybe it does. Maybe it does play Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead because it's got the melted witch on the top.
Oh no!
I'm melting. The only problem with this is you see this column right here with the torch on it. One is missing right there, which, you know, you don't really notice it, but darn, it's, you know, there, it's missing. So it plays. Let's see which one is it. Yep. Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. Which I think is a very pretty song on a little jewelry box. And there she is in a puddle. And there's Toto. Look, even Toto's there. Look. Huh, who knew? So because of this one, I have discounted it less than half price from what the solds are on eBay. And it's going to be $12. $12 letter I. $12 letter I. I'm not dead. I'm right here, Mary says. Mary, you're not the Wicked Witch. $12 letter I. If you're interested in the discounted music box, The Wizard of Oz.
So I have another upcycled vintage photo. And this one I put into a frame. And I'm calling this Margaret's Memorial. So Margaret has passed. She loves sunflowers. So you can see I added a little necklace. She has the sunflowers there. You can still almost make out the photographer's signature there. I believe it says 1900. Gave her some earrings, a nice little sticker to coordinate. This measures 9 by 7. And I'm asking just $5. Number 24. $5, number 24.
You're very crafty, Bree.
Thank you. Well, I have to blame Lorianne. She's the one that she actually did a little tutorial a couple months ago. And I said, I can do that because I can't sew. I can't paint.
Have you
Everybody's so
tried to
crafty.
sew?
Yes. You haven't heard my story? So my mother bought a new Singer sewing machine from, it was either Sears or JCPenney's. I think it was Sears. And it came with free classes. So she took me with her. And after a couple classes, the woman came over, patted me on the hand, and said, you'll find another hobby. So that was that. But what's incredible is my youngest daughter, who also lives here in Kingman, taught herself to sew. And she is an accomplished seamstress. She does historical costumes. And she just won an award last month in, where was she? She was either in Las Vegas or Los Angeles. I get them all mixed up. But she got Master Craftsmanship Award. So she got the highest award.
Oh,
So
that's fabulous.
but she didn't get it from me.
You know, I'm more happy when my children get stuff like that than if I could actually do that. So.
Exactly.
And Renee, that's exactly what I was thinking. Now, that was a witch. Exactly what I was thinking. To say that. You don't say that to a child and ruin their budding, you know. Maybe it might have taken, maybe she was a bad teacher. Maybe she needed a different hobby.
There you go.
I think it's on her. Okay. This is, you know, Bree's got us doing this crafting. There we go. For, come on, there we go. Thank you. For Halloween. So I have a craft lot for you.
Ooh.
For some Halloween crafting. Okay, it's going to start at $8. Now, it's full of witches' heads with their witch hats on. These are Doris Halloween craft supplies. They do have a UPC UPC barcode, but they are not like brand new. She's got a nose on her. So curly hair. I got 1, 2, 3 of the large witch heads. Now the necks on these are really good size for putting into like bottlenecks, you know, that sort of thing, and turning them into, making those turn into the bodies of the witches and stuff. Yes, they might work on a wreath. You are correct. Okay, so we've got 3 of those, and then we've got this baby.
Oh, happy baby.
But she's only got half. Now, you know, Tammy would glue that on a purse with some blood, you know. That's Tammy's sense of humor. And then we got the little baby face. Yes, choice for, no, not choice, it's for all. It's starting at $8, and it's for all the craft supplies in this tub. So 3 witches' heads and 2 of the flat baby faces. We've got a little pumpkin pick, jack-o'-lantern pick. We have a paint, what are they? Sun catcher activity kit, which has got the paint and the little sun catchers in it. There are 6 sun catchers. 6 sun catchers, 2 strips of paint pots, 3 applicators, and 1 color code. So you get this. Then there is this orange ceramic that somebody made. This is bright orange. Everything's going to look funny to me again because this is bright orange ceramic. This would be good for change and stuff. So
what are those candies? Candy corn? There you go.
Yeah, put some candy corns in there. Yummy while you craft. Then 3 of the die cuts, jack-o'-lantern die cuts on both sides. These have been laminated, and they do have the little metal rivet on the hole to keep them from tearing out, although this one has torn. Somebody was just too rough with it, but the other 2 are in good shape for that. And then we have 2 doll heads. Let's see. She's open. Let me pull her out. 2 of these little doll heads.
Oh, she looks like Dorothy.
She does. Dorothy or Marianne from Gilligan's Island.
Oh, yeah.
She's a Dawn Wells. This
On
one is a little different. You can hardly see her. She looks more like a vintage Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a vintage Barbie head. Look. So you get all of these. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I counted right. 13. 13 creepy pieces. We had Pat Doodles at 8, and we got Margot at 10. And so we are going to count it down. Let me get us something creepy to count it down with. And where is it? There they are. Okay, we'll count down here. There we go. And we are done. We'll put this in just to have it in there. There we go. Margot for 10. Thank you, Miss Margot. Let me take Miss Margot off and we'll put Miss Bria back on.
Now that was a different Halloween countdown from last time.
I made 2 of them.
You are so creative. I don't even know where to start.
I was doing it one night for something else, so I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me just do that. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I saw something on either Facebook or Instagram this morning, and it was talking about attention husbands and children. If you see a decorative kitchen towel in the kitchen, that's what it is, decoration. Don't use it. So I thought of that with this. So I don't know how old this is, but this is a kitchen linen. It measures 24 inches by 15. It's by Owl. What does this say? Owlerate? I don't know. But the message on it is she had often wished, I gotta look at it, for adventure, for old spells, and wicked kings. And it says Throne of Glass, Sarah J. Moss. And I forgot to look it up to see. It must be a quote from a book. But it has all the stars and constellations. So this would be perfect in your Halloween kitchen, or lay it down for a display or behind your Halloween display. And again, it's 24 by 15 inches. And I'm asking $9. $9, number 21. And it's the first time that I'm showing this to anyone. Number 21.
I thought that was cool. I would hang it on the wall.
Yes.
Because I would want to be able to see the whole thing, you know. So
The whole message.
Yeah. Okay. Next, I have a piece of jewelry that is, I'm selling it strictly for the idea of using it with a Halloween costume. When I first saw it, I thought like, okay, when my daughter's going to be Cleopatra or something like that, this would be the perfect necklace for them.
Oh.
Doesn't that just say Cleopatra? I mean,
Yeah.
that's okay. So if your daughter or your son is wanting to be a pharaoh, or your daughter wants to be a pharaoh, whatever, they're going with an Egyptian look, or you are going with an Egyptian look for Halloween to a party, this necklace would be lovely. Now, it has, look, anybody can do this one because this is the biggest, you know, spring clasp I have ever seen in my life. It's huge. And I don't know who makes it. There is a little key and lock right there. So there was no names on it. I didn't look at it with a, you know, a loop or anything. Let me see what it looks like on my fat neck. So there we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that looks good. It's nice and cool. Hi, Lorianne.
Lori Ann. I said her name and she appeared like Beetlejuice.
She says, no sound, just tuning in to see your pretty faces. She's probably involved.
Yep.
So there you go. Very lovely for a Halloween costume or crafting, whatever you want to do with it. It's going to be, let me move my book out of the way that I used. It's going to be $5 and it's letter N. $5 letter N for the beautiful necklace. That will just make your Halloween costume perfect. $5 letter N.
That's a great price. So next up, I found this at my favorite.
Listen, Gina says Lorianne has no sound on y'all. We can talk about her.
Well, we already were. I've mentioned her probably 3 times now.
And Bree says hi. I mean, Lorianne says hi, Bree.
Hi. Anyway, my local thrift store that never disappoints. I thought this would be fun. You know, we were talking about bottle displays and the cauldron and all that. Wouldn't this be fun to call it holy water? It
Ooh,
already has the gold cross. Now on the back, which I would put towards the wall, it says Douce Cognac. So that's what it actually was a cognac bottle. But I would display it with the cross facing out and call it holy water. There's the stopper. It measures 7 inches tall. I hate that my fingers are, there we go. 7 inches tall by 4 inches at the widest. All ready for your holy water for your Halloween display. I'm asking $8. $8, number 20.
vampire repellent, Margot says.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. And I got to tell you, I have never seen that bottle brand cognac in my life. Okay. But this morning before the show, I was watching a YouTube short and it was how look it was about how these rappers left my $1 million Airbnb when they left. And they were going through and showing all the cigarette butts and ashes and everything. They opened up the fridge and said the only thing in the fridge was that exact bottle of cognac.
Wow.
One other little thing. That was all. And I've never, and 2 of them in one day, Bree. That is so weird.
That is.
Very weird. Okay. I have a toy here. Halloween costume patterns. You can make them or you can display them. We have a more modern macaws, and this is a prairie girl, like a little house on the prairie, that sort of thing. A country pattern with the apron. I have not checked these, so I'm only assuming that they're all in there. They feel pretty thick. This one is the bonnet and the dress and the apron in this one. Unless the vampire looks like Chris Sarandon in Fright Night, he can have his way with me. Hey. Or the way Rutger Hauer looked in Blade Runner, that was who the woman wanted to play the vampire in. What were the ones from in New Orleans? They had that whole interview with the vampire. Yes, Interview with the Vampire. She wanted Rutger Hauer to play Lestat because she wrote it back in the days when he was in Blade Runner, and that's who she envisioned when she wrote the book.
Wow.
This one is a 1950s or 60s male pattern, and you don't see these males very often back in the day. These patterns just didn't hang out for some reason. So we have a Santa Claus suit, a doctor's uniform, we have an artist, and we have an Asian inspired pattern there. I'm trying to see. It says chest 26. 26, 30, 34. Yeah, this is a 26. I don't know what that accounts to. So the patterns are inside, and they are $5 choice. You can have the vintage or the modern, the man or the boy or girl, whichever one you want. Just put in boy or boy and girl, and the patterns are yours for $5. They are great for crafting, not only making the costumes, but the pattern pieces themselves are great for scrapbooking and other types of crafts, as well as the covers from the patterns too. You can sew them right into scrapbook and turn them into, yes, Antonio Banderas. You can turn them into scrapbook pages. So $5, put boy or girl, and you'll have the one that you want.
Nice. Well, if Lorianne's still watching, she will recognize this photo. This is one of the vintage photos that I picked up from Lorianne. And then I put it into a frame. I'm calling this Black Rose. I added all the embellishments. I put a little sticker here of, what does it say? Carioid and bile salts. So that's my story. That's how she died. So another little memorial photo. Well, I shouldn't say little. It's 11 inches tall by 9 inches wide. It does have its little easel thing. So this would be a nice background for a Halloween display. I added, yes. Oh, thanks, Kim. I added a little pendant there. Yep. So I'm asking just $8. $8, number 19. Vintage photo framed. You can make up your own story. But that was my story. I'm trying not to get the reflection of the window.
It looks nice framed.
Who said that?
Lorianne.
Oh, Lorianne did. Thanks, Lorianne.
Alrighty, my next item is going to be, I don't have a strong enough tea light. I'm going to have to use a flashlight. So just ignore the ugly part above. It's this sweet little owl tea light.
Oh.
He's got glass eyes. He is ceramic. He is textured bisque. He had some sort of sticker on him at some point, but has long gone. So let's turn the light on in him. No, not that one. I'm going to get a strobe going here, and I'll have a stroke. So you can see how the light shines out his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got one of those flickering battery-operated tea light candles, especially if you could get one in a color, in a red. I've seen them in red. I used to have one. His eyes would just kind of glow and red and dangerous because they are a reddish orange to start with. Bye, Lorianne. She's got to go back to work. And he is 4 inches tall. He is going to be, where is he? He is $8, and he is letter G. $8, letter G, for the tea light candle. Renee is not looking. I am not looking. I am not looking. You can't
Sitting on her hands.
You can't make me.
Okay, this one creeped my daughter out. I kept going back to the Goodwill looking for baby parts, and she's like, Mom, you're weird. But I found some. So these are ceramic, not plastic. These are ceramic baby parts. My hands don't work that well. I'm not going to be able to pull it out. But in this jar, you get 2 baby heads. And it's creepy how they don't have eyes. So it's just the black. And then there's 2 legs and 2 arms. And then I put some of that black netting just to hold them in place. And then you guys, like I said, you're more creative than me, so you can probably dress this up more than I did. It is in a vintage jar. My mom had a jar like this in the bathroom with cotton balls in it.
So did mine.
Yeah. And let's see. Do I have them?
If you don't have a jar of baby heads in your house, why not? Okay, here's your option.
Exactly.
I have a jar of baby parts. Everybody should have a jar of babies.
Yep. I'm trying to measure it. I'm not doing well. Hang on. Let me. Until I grow that 3rd arm.
Bree, tell her the apple does not fall far from the tree and do what she says.
So this is, whoa, there it goes. 6 inches tall, a little over 3 inches wide. And body parts were flying everywhere.
Now they move.
Yeah. So baby parts in a jar, just $6. $6. Am I upside down? Yes.
The jar is worth $6. Good grief.
See, well, when you thrift and get good deals.
Look, if you don't want the baby parts in it, you can just take the jar and fill it up with candy corn.
There you go. Just like that other jar. Yeah.
That's right.
Store the pieces away for Halloween and use the jar the rest of the year. I like your thinking.
Look at this. Some people like kitchen hippos. Some people like jars of baby parts. We all have our own taste.
Don't judge.
Gina, I know what's in your jar. I know what parts are in Gina's jar.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so my next time, but we'll save that for a midnight margaritas to discuss your jar. My next item is a vintage clown bank. Oh, it's a clown, people. This should scare one and all. Yes, you do, Martha. I'm getting to know you, Gina. The bank slot, and it has its rubber stopper, which is unusual these days. I believe this is a Hong Kong. Yes, it is. It says right there. There we go. Made in Hong Kong. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look at that. Made in Hong Kong. Now look, he's not a serial killer in disguise. He's just a clown. His paint's in very good condition. I think he's got a little dirt on him right there. You know, graveyard dirt. What can I say? He measures 5.5 inches. And he has a lovely smile. He is well received on eBay. There are a couple of him who have sold. And his price today is going to be $13, letter R. Lucky $13, letter R for the clown bank. So if you collect the banks or the clowns, we will not judge. Let me know.
Okay, so next up, I have I'm calling it a goth jewelry set. There's 3 pieces to it. I will try to show them without dropping them. So you can see this is on a silver chain It is a silver tone. So you've got the bat wings. It's not an actual stone, but that black that they put in jewelry. And then this looks like a little pentagram. So that is the first piece. This has a 15-inch drop. And I've paired this with this gold tone. I have to show you. So there's the closure right in front. Oh my goodness. If you look at the camera, everything's backwards, so I'm trying not to look at the camera. But it has that same type of fake stone. So I thought, okay, those go well together. And then if it'll hang there for a minute, the third piece are these black hoops. The hoops are 2 inches, pierced earring hoops. The top of one of these is missing one rhinestone, but it's going to be up at the top behind your ear. Oh, there it is. Oops. So I don't think anyone's going to notice. So I'm calling this the Goth Jewelry Trio. Oh my goodness. If I could hold it. Just $12, number 17. $12, number 17.
That's a good set.
Thank you.
Go. There, young man. I found something that I had not seen before. It's going to start at $26. I found a Lefton Halloween nightlight lamp.
Wow.
Now, see, have you ever seen this?
No?
It is a sweet
Oh.
crow. He's got a sweet face. He's not scary or mean. Got a happy face. And he sits on a jack-o'-lantern out in the pumpkin patch. Maybe it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. He's got a roller switch on his cord. Turn him off and see what he looks like with the light off. And there is his Lefton tag on the bottom. And he measures the wrong way. And you know, I got a 50-50 shot of turning this thing the right way when I pick it up, and it doesn't happen. So 8.5 inches. He is 8.5 inches tall. So he would look great sitting, you know, on a shelf, on a dresser. You could set him in your bathroom, on the bathroom cabinet, in the window, on the ledge from one of the rooms. A little night light in the living room during the month of October. He is ceramic. He's in great shape. I don't see any cracks or anything like that. So yeah, a Lefton jack-o'-lantern guy. The only, I don't know if this is the way he's supposed to look on his desk, as if they're ragged and worn, because the front looks that way too. So I'm just assuming, and so does the grass of the pumpkin patch.
That's neat.
That is neat. I thought so myself. So we'll move on from that, and if anybody is interested in it later on, please let me know.
And this is the last of my dioramas. This one says Fortune Teller's Handbook. And it has the side spine also. I love the gold on this. And then on the inside I put the vintage photo on the outer flap. And then that's her laboratory. So she works with crystals. And those are actually, shoot, I had the name of it. Wait, I gotta look. What are those papers? Litmus papers?
Mm-hmm.
I got those bottles from Lorianne.
Oh, I remember those. I remember that.
Yeah.
That
And
sale.
then added a little spider up in the corner. So you've got actual vintage bottles, a little piece of quartz down here at the bottom, and an actual vintage photograph. And this diorama is $8, number 16. So they were all the same price. And this one is number 16.
They would look cute set up as a set. They
They would.
should have all went to the same person, and they would have looked good like that. Oh, I lost her.
I like your thinking.
For a second.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. It was weird because I was just sitting here, and then we traded places. You blinked out, and then we traded.
It's the Twilight Zone.
It is. And I'm just sitting there. Y'all saw me. I wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I wasn't even on aisle 8, Irv. Okay. All right. I have another little clown for you. It's one of the ceramic reamer clown tops. I thought he would make a lovely little fall display or for Halloween.
Is that a Hold Howard?
You know, I don't know because I don't have the bottom part that he sits on.
Sure looks like it.
So I don't know. There is no marking whatsoever on the. I got 2 numbers on there. Hold on. There's no marking on the inside. Right. His marking would have been on the bottom of his container, his body container. So he's got the yellow and green striped hat. He's got a few little issues. I mean, he's old. He's very got a lot of crazing on him. He's been around a while. Measures about 4 inches tall. And he is going to be, where is he? He's going to be $8, and he's letter L. $8, letter L. Look at his little ears. $8, letter L. And we will go back to Bree.
All righty. So let me introduce you. I have another of these vintage photos, and it has its holder that makes into a stand. So I just want to show you. It will stand up on its own, or you can just lean it. But I call them George and Gracie. Don't they look like George and Gracie?
They do. They do.
And I added their hats, and they each got some jewelry. He's got a fancy tie there. So my story on this one is that George and Gracie thought they were joining a swingers group, but they ended up in a coven.
Oh, my heaven.
Yeah, but they've embraced it. So his code name is King of Hearts. Her code name is Queen of Spades. And this measures 12.5 inches by 9.5. But again,
Gina says it happens.
It happens, huh? I thought they were cute. And again, when Halloween is over, you just fold it into itself and it stores away. So I am asking $10. $10, number 14. $10. Number 14.
Alrighty. I have where is this? It's a 1986 Imson pumpkin with the black cat and the ghost.
Ooh.
It is a tea light. Let me see if I get the side. Yep, I got the side light. Hold on. There you go. So you put your tea light in there and it will look lovely. It can work as your jack-o'-lantern. Look good in your window or on your shelf. Sweet little ghost booty. Ghost booty. Nice orange pumpkin and the black cat with the wide eyes. This, man, somebody startled this cat. Startled cat daddy. And the pumpkin looks pretty startled himself. It is marked the Imson, Taiwan on the bottom. Somebody must have been helping me with my stickers because I've got double stickers on these. Weird. This guy measures with ghost 5 inches, the same thing with cat, right at 5 inches. And it's going to be $10 and it's letter H. $10 letter H for the Imson ghost pumpkin with the black cat. Feel like they got caught doing something. They should have been doing
You surprised them.
something. It was something, man.
Okay, well, we were talking about hands earlier, and I do have another hand. This one is ceramic. And I call her Miss Thing because wasn't Thing on the Addams Family? He was the hand.
Yes, he
So
was.
this is Miss Thing because she has the pretty fingernails there. But it is ceramic. I looked it up and someone called it a planter, but it's not glazed. So if I were to put anything in there, it would be fake flowers. It was also listed as a bookend, but it's not that heavy. So I think she's just going to be a Halloween decoration. But you can see, let me hold it this way. Our hands are the same size.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You
Can
were
you
the
see that?
hand model, weren't you?
So this would be cool for Halloween. It is 7 inches long by 5 inches high. And I'm asking just $10. So $10 for Miss Thing the Hand. Number 13, spooky number 13.
Ooh.
You could have spiders crawling out of her. You could do a lot. Like I said, you guys are more creative than I am. But
It amazes me what some people do with things, I swear.
oh, that's how my youngest daughter is, the one that makes historical costumes. She does all the anime conventions too, and she makes props. And when we were still, she was younger and we were still living in Northern California, she would say, "Can you bring me, these color felt pieces?" And I would just hand her felt pieces and they'd come back as little creatures. And she still does that. So it's amazing what she makes.
I'm sorry.
Well, like you said, I like that she can do it.
This is true. I know a woman that if you go, look at this pretty crochet pattern, she'll go, well, hand me a ball of crochet yarn. And she'll just sit there and make it.
Wow.
I don't know how she does
I was fired from knitting and crocheting too, so.
it. Okay, this is, in a auction lot I got once, had a bunch of these souvenir dolls from different places. So I'd like to move them along. I'm tired of their little eyes looking at me with reproach. So You're gonna have your choice. There's 3 different sets of them. They're different prices, but I'll show you what I mean. So the first set has 3 dolls in it.
Oh,
You know, you could craft with them. You could turn them into something else. You know, do all kinds of stuff with them. You could use them for school projects, whatever. This one is fairly old. It's got the I think it's got sawdust in it, so it's a pretty old one. This one not as much, although you know what, somebody glued it to a poker chip. I don't think it came that way originally.
oh, but it helps him stand up.
It does. He stands up great now, but
Wow.
you know, don't ask me. The Matador and this lovely lady, she's got a, I don't know what she's stuffed with, but they're going to be $3 for these 3 dolls. You get all 3 dolls for $3. Letter M. $3, letter M. And I have this guy, and he is Romania, because it says on his stand, "Thank you, Romania, for telling me, you know, who he is." So Romania here, and this one is some sort of Asian one. Looks like maybe Thailand or something like that. Judging by the hair, don't ask me why. No, it just seems like I've seen dancers from Thailand wearing their hair like that. I could be wrong. It could be Japanese. I don't know. I have not traveled enough to know. Now, this young lady has on wooden shoes, so I'm thinking she's, you know, a wooden shoe country. She has eyes that open and close. And then the last one in this set is this one, and she's much heavier. She's a ceramic doll.
Ooh, definitely Japanese.
She's very pretty. Yeah, I mean, she looks like she's wearing, what is it, like an obi or something like that?
Kimono with the obi.
And she is ceramic, so she's much heavier. So this lot is all 4 dolls for $4. So you get all 4 of these dolls for $4, and it is letter P. 4 dolls, $4, letter P. And then the last set is 2 dolls, and they are a couple, and they are pretty old. And I think they're maybe Romania as well. But they are a beautiful set. And they're big. They're tall. Don't look. Hang on to her. 12, almost 15 inches. So they're bigger. They both still have their shoes. Don't ask me why his shoe has a heel and her shoes are completely flat. That just doesn't seem right.
So that she's not taller than him.
That's what I was going to say. So she's not. It's even got wire in the petticoat.
Ooh.
So this is like a tetanus doll. You want to be careful with it. But they got these cute little hats on. I'd love to have one of these little hats. I bet Dave would too. He's the king of buying hats. So these 2 dolls are going to be $6, letter Q. Excuse me. I think they have dust on them. $6, letter Q. So $6 Q for the 2 tall ones. $4 P for the 4 medium size. And $3, letter M, for the 3 small dolls. If anybody needs dolls for, you know, like a haunted house or anything like that, You got to have a creepy doll section or whatever. You want to craft with them, school projects, whatever. Let me know. Comes with dust.
Dust included. No
Yeah.
charge. Okay, so I just knocked one of these things off, but I will re-glue it. And I have better glue now than when I first glued. Oh my gosh. I moved this and it, hang on. I didn't realize it was blocking the fan from blowing all my index cards. There we go.
Oh no.
Okay. That's all right. I put the cauldron on my index cards. So this is what I just knocked off, but I have better glue now, so I will put that back on. But I'm calling this George's Lobotomy. And this is another vintage photo, and I put it inside a frame. So the photo is still, intact on the inside because I glued everything to the glass. But he didn't realize that he was going in for a lobotomy.
Oh
so
my
you can
God.
see his eyes look a little shocked there. And it
And he's
actually,
all 3D.
I'm sorry?
He's 3D like that.
Yes. And across here, it actually says frontal. So that's why I thought, oh, a frontal lobotomy. Perfect.
Yeah.
So there's his eyes staring out from the skull. I added a little ornament to the top. A little steampunk heart sticker. And then the skeleton hands, which I will re-glue the one that I just knocked off with better glue. And it does have the stand. Let's see, if I didn't say, this measures 8.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So perfect for a Halloween display, not too big. And I'm asking just $5. Number 11. Handcrafted by me. A craft I can actually do. Maybe. Kind of.
If you don't let her handle them afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I had better glue now than when this was one of the first ones I made, so I will fix that.
It was a joke.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Okay. My last item is.
Last item. Wait a minute, did I count wrong?
Well, maybe I counted wrong. I think
I still have 3 cards, and I had 25 cards.
And you can still show. Oh, I must have bundled something as I went along.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did. So, and you will still show them. That's not a problem.
Well, maybe you'll find something else too.
This is enough, okay? I've got this garland
Ooh.
of jack-o'-lanterns, and you see it's on grapevine with leaves, and it's 8 feet long and has 8 jack-o'-lanterns on it. Oh, wow. And this end has the round one, and this end, I don't know if the round came loose or if it never had it, but just there you go. Now it's round again. So this would look great on your fireplace mantle. Don't let it get close to the fireplace though, okay, because this would be flammable. Okay, your electric fireplace. On top of your, like, if you have the kitchen cabinets that have the space above them where you can decorate.
Oh, there you go.
These would be great up there. You could actually use some gem clips and clip them up there where the pumpkins dangled over the edge, that sort of thing. You could put them on, your coffee bar, all kinds of places. You guys are creative. You guys are creative. 8 foot long. They are not marked. I don't know. Just some decorator made them. And they are, hold on, let me find them. They are $12. Is that it? No, excuse me. They are $10. and they are letter U. $10 letter U. If anybody is interested in the 8-foot long jack-o'-lantern garden. I got jack-o'-lantern on me.
Yeah, when Barry designed our kitchen here in Kingman, he made sure that the cabinets went all the way to the ceiling. He doesn't like that little open area up on top, which of course I love, because in our old house, that's where I displayed all my tins.
Yeah,
So,
it's perfect for designing and decorating, and it usually has the lip on it up there, so it's like if it gets dusty, you can't see it.
yeah.
And who can reach that high up in the cabinets anyway?
Not Bree.
Not me.
So this is a little assemblage that I put together. It has a little pumpkin in it. And this is a vintage Corning mug. I don't want to tip it too far. And it is the fruit design, and it's the creamer.
Oh,
Isn't that cute? So
so sweet.
Uh-oh.
See, there you went again. There you went again.
It worked. Ooh, that was weird.
I'll bring you back.
Thank you. So yeah, so again, this is a little floral arrangement that for Halloween and then through the fall. Let me see. I didn't put what the full height was on this. So full height is 10 inches.
It's great for it not to be like overwhelmingly big, because you can put it in so many more places, on shelves or in your bathroom or beside your bed.
Oh, that's true. So this little Corning creamer flower arrangement is $6. $6. Number 10. I had to make sure it was the right way. $6, number 10. And you can see it is the creamer. And there's that. Oops.
Go ahead and show us what else you've got, Bree.
Okay, well, I have 2 more cards.
That's fine.
So,
that I bundled.
Okay, next up is, and these are not super heavy, but they are metal. I don't know if they'd be considered wrought iron, but I thought that would be fun for a Halloween display. They are 2 black metal sconces.
Those
The
would be
little
great.
swirling design in both the cups and in the background. And I was thinking with this, if you had those battery operated flicker candles, and then you could decorate this with spider webs and spiders.
You could put it on the front porch to greet trick-or-treaters and it not be a picture, but yet give that spooky feeling.
Exactly. So for the pair, I should tell you the measurement. So they are 10.5 inches tall, so not huge, and 6 inches wide. The circles are 6 inches wide. And I'm asking just $10. I got these at my favorite thrift store, and they are number 9. Number 9, just $10. And I left them alone so that you guys could dress them up however you like. Mr. G was checking on me just now.
Oh, yeah?
The door opened, but he's gone. That's okay.
He's about ready for you to be done.
Hey, he has his truck. I have my car, so we're good. And
Maybe
then
starting dinner. He's going to run home and start dinner.
There you go. You know he is. I hope he remembered the propane, because he went to barbecue last night and he said, "Oh, I need propane." And then I forgot to remind him this morning. So, oh well. My last item, drum roll. My last item, we've been talking about mad scientists.
I have no coordination. I cannot drum roll.
It's okay. We all heard it in our heads, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I found these 3 matching vials. They are each 7 inches tall. And I thought this would be fun for a mad scientist laboratory. You can put different food coloring. So again, that's why I didn't decorate them at all. I'll leave that up to your imagination, but there are no chips or cracks. They're probably newer, but okay, let's see. Let's see. They are a thick
pretty
glass.
Too.
The good news is
They'd be great for a Harry Potter potions thing, you know, like you do in potions.
so let me show you. They are fine. That's how thick this glass is. And they just landed on the tray in front of me. But they're good. Have you ever done that? Broken something on camera? I did that once last month. My first time ever in 4 years. I did it last month.
I feel like I have, but I can't remember it.
That's good.
You know what I mean? It's like maybe I just blocked it out, but I know I can feel it there. I don't want to search for it though, Bree. Thank you.
No. Well, I have an unnamed friend that it was like every show would break something on camera. So anyway, the vials are fine. They survived me. They're still here. No chips or cracks. And for the set of 3, I'm asking $9. $9, number 8. I'm just going to hold one up.
Probably
$9, number 8 for the set of 3. And that's my last item.
All righty. Equal us out here. There we go. Okay, thank you, Bree, so much. I appreciate you coming today and being a chick.
Well, thank you for the invite. I know I'm not Tammy, but I was happy to fill in this week while she's off having fun with everybody.
And you know what? Everybody will just have to watch for the announcements to find out if Tammy will be here next week, because I'm not sure what day she's getting back and if she'll feel like coming on or not. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I am having Miss Margot is going to be here next week, so it could end up being Margot, Tammy, and I, the 3 of us together. Just have to wait and see.
That'd be
fun. If you are watching this on replay, just, you know, if you saw anything that you think you might be interested in, if you're not sure if it's still available, you're welcome to email either one of us or leave a message below this video, and we will let you know one way or the other if it's still available. And we appreciate you stopping by. It's good to chat with everybody.
Yes, it's been a long time for me not being on YouTube, so it was fun today. Thank you so much. And you're on every Tuesday, right?
Every Tuesday, usually at 2 Central. Today was a special thing. So,
right.
And Bree, you can find her on Whatnot under the Go Vintage with Bree name. Go Vintage with Bree.
That's my name on Instagram, Whatnot, and eBay. All 3. Go Vintage with Bree.
All righty then. Well, so I'll let the chicks carry us out. And thank you guys for stopping by and playing with us. Bye.
Thank you.